Hi, this is Highbridge Motorhomes Devon Branch on a very grey November 2024 day, and to quote the great Monty Python, and now it's time for something completely different. And completely different this very rare beast is. This is a late 2015 on a 65 plate Murvi Pimento XL, which in itself is a very, very rare van, and this one is the all-wheel drive. So Ford Transit based Murvi Pimento XL, not many of them, and this is possibly, not definitely, but possibly the only one ever built which is four-wheel drive, using Ford's four-wheel drive system. So if you live in the countryside, if you want to go maybe tow something off of terra firma like a boat, or you've got need for an all-wheel drive vehicle, which are incredibly popular today, by the way. I went to Dusseldorf Motorhome show the early September, and the number of four-wheel drive van conversions out there was magnificently high. But at the time, back in 2015, you didn't see any. So Murvi are based just down the road from us in South Devon. They're about 10 minutes from us, and they build low volume, tremendously high quality, quite bespoke van conversions, and have done for many, many years in their unique Murvi way. So the Pimento was brought out, I don't know what year, to be fair, maybe 10-12 years ago, as their 5.4 metre offering, and then they brought out the XL, which is the 6 metre version of the Pimento. And what I can't quite work out is the difference between this and the Morello, which was also a 6 metre van of the same layout. There must be a difference, and any Murvi fans out there, just tell me in the comments what the difference between the Pimento XL and the Morello was. So around about this time, Murvi also started to offer the Ford Transit as a base vehicle, which was very popular. And this one, being late 15, it's got the 2.2 chain-driven Ford Puma unit, which is, in my opinion, as someone who actually owns one, a van with the same engine. I've got a Citroen which uses the same engine. I think it's one of the most reliable and tough chain-driven diesel engines of its time, and extremely economical as well. So let's have a little look at the window sheet on this one. So it's a Ford Murvi Pimento XL 4x4. I don't know if these are permanent four-wheel drive or if it kind of vectors the rear wheels into play, or the front wheels into play. The rear wheels must come into play when the front wheels slip. I'm not sure. You know, I didn't even realise this existed. This is the van from the press release. This was first registered to Murvi themselves. It went to the NEC show back in 2015. It was the show van. It was registered to Murvi. Might actually be 16 NEC van, and it was used for all the press use as well, so you can read online write-ups of this actual unit. So it's 2-berth 2-seat belt, 3.5 tons, so it's a normal car licence. It's one owner plus Murvi from New, lovely gentleman from way up north who changed it for us with an Adria that we had. It's done 58,000 miles. It's got an extensive service history. Price is $48,995. Murvis are very, very expensive vans, New. And to replicate this, do Ford even do a four-wheel drive still? They might do, I don't know, but it would cost you an absolute fortune. So if you've got a need for it, if it ticks your niche, there's some value there. Normal sort of Murvis go for nearly this price anyway, so we've not put any extra on it for it being four-wheel drive, so it's just a bonus if you need it. So looking fine in silver. It's got the Murvis always tend to have, like, well, not always, but everything was an option with Murvi, so a lot of them have these sort of black bumpers instead of colour coded, and wheel trim, which I kind of like. It's sort of utilitarian but tough kind of look, but it's got a good spec with it, base vehicle wise and habitation wise. So you've got front and rear parking sensors, front and rear fog lights, and a reversing camera as well, so walking around it. So tyres are all good, but obviously we'll check them on MOT, and if they're over age or need replacing, there will be. I think it just had a service done by Ford before it came in, but we will give it a full engine service as well. So we've got electrically adjustable short arm wing mirrors, central locking all the way around, obviously. It's Euro 5 this, there's no AdBlue, but on the plus side, as I say, that means it's the 2.2 engine, it's not the later 2 litre, which does have its well publicised issues. This one doesn't, which is all good. Just check it is 3.5 tonne, yes it is. That'll up plate for more payload, but I don't think you need more payload in a van of this size and layout really. So we've got double glazed flush fit framed windows, sliding window in the kitchen so you don't hit it with the sliding door, and also you can have that open for a bit of airflow when you're driving. Freshwater fill up point here for your inboard fresh water tank. You've got external wastewater tank, vent for your Dometic fridge freezer. Around the back we've got more vents for your Dometic fridge freezer, your reversing sensors and your little reversing camera down there. So very typical Murvi sort of layout this. They've been doing the same layouts ever since they began. Oh, now that's different. There we go, there's the difference. So the whatchamacallit, the Morello has the bathroom all the way to the back here, whereas this doesn't. So you've got this really good storage locker. There we go, so we've figured it out. Previous owner, it's got a Dometic cassette toilet in it, chemical cassette toilet, and he's obviously left a spare toilet cassette in there, which is a bonus. You've got work lights in there as well, which I kind of like. That's kind of cool. This is just how it's come in. It needs a clean, but it's not smoky or doggy, so it'll be fine. That's the back end of your three-way fridge freezer and your water pump and things. Can't get an easier thing to access if anything is wrong on there. Coming down the side, we've got a barbecue point. This one's got the underslung gas tank to power your hob and your fridge. Heating is taken care of by the Webasto dual top system, which I think was an option, but most things had them from Murvi. So your heating and your hot water is dealt with via diesel from your fuel tank, or electric if you're hooked up to the mains. And then you've got a gas tank slung underneath, and that powers your barbecue point, which is on the wrong side, but it's there anyway. You think you'd have it on the awning side, wouldn't you? And it powers your hob and your fridge if you're not hooked up to the mains. Mains hookup is there. So you've got mains hookup, at least one leisure battery. I've not checked the total number. We'll have a little look for them inside, but you've got a solar panel on the roof and at least one leisure battery and mains hookup. Not sure what this one is. I don't know how to open it. It needs a key to open it. Don't know what that is. We'll figure that out. Coming around to the cab side of things. So all been reupholstered by Murvi. They all tend to use this sort of fabric, and then you pick your different colours. This one I think is quite inoffensive. There's a lot of orangey reds out there from Murvi, and this one isn't it. So 58,000 miles from new. We've got air conditioning. We've not got cruise control. So maybe that wasn't an all-wheel drive thing, or maybe this one doesn't. This plane didn't have it, I don't know. But you've got aircon, you've got cruise, not got a reversing camera monitor, so hang fire on that reversing camera bit. So I'll have to confirm what that was all about, because I don't see a monitor here for it. So query not reversing camera, but definitely parking sensors. We've got this one here. This must be a diff lock. I don't know a lot about all-wheel drive systems, but I reckon that might be a diff lock there. So for if you're really off sort of terra firmaing. You got the stereo system, which I think is Bluetooth, USB connectivity for it, air conditioning, 6-speed manual gearbox with that 2.2. He says, wondering if it's the 2.4, but I think the 2.4 had gone by then. They used to do 2.4 rear-wheel drive, 2.2 front-wheel drive, and this is all-wheel drive, so it could be either, but I don't think the 2.4 was still around by then, so I'm pretty sure it would be the 2.2 in this one. So, opening up the side doors. There is, on these Murvis, they put this vinyl floor down. It tends to sort of just slightly discolour, which this one has, but it's alright, it's only a cosmetic sort of thing. Now what you will notice, because of it being all-wheel drive, therefore has a drive shaft to power the rear wheels, which raises the floor level up. So they've built in, very cleverly, you can take this bit out, put it down, use it as a step, and then there's a sort of step built into there, which is clever. Finishing layout is oh so typical Murvi. It's how they do it. So you've got these sort of plasticated cabinets, and you've got the side, I'd almost call it a rock and roll bed, but the people who buy Murvi adore them for the build quality and for this layout, which means you can just open your side doors on a nice view, look out and enjoy it. I mean, we're down here, we've got Dartmoor just over the other side of the road from us. You could drive this up and park it on a tour and have a cup of tea and look at the view, couldn't you? How cool is that? So you've got bits of storage underneath there, and these just pulls out to make a longitudinal double bed. Down there we've got some USBs and plug sockets and a TV aerial point, rather randomly, but there's no TV aerial with this one. LED lighting. And then what you will notice is I'm 6 foot, he says as he clips his head, but because the floor level is raised, there's not quite 6 foot of standing space there, so you've got to be comfortable with that. If you're less than 6 foot, you'll be okay, but I'm 6 foot and I can just not quite stand up all the way. Now, I actually live in my camper van. I'm a van lifer, and mine I can't stand up in all the way, and it's not an issue for me. And if you're not 6 foot, you'll be okay in this one, but do bear that in mind. So we got some nice ceiling lights, spotlights, storage over the cab with your table and your table leg that you can use inside or outside. Plenty of storage through there. Water tank bits, light switch bits. Oh, turn the water pump off. More light switches over there for your spotlights. It's got an electric step button there, but it doesn't have an electric step. That's rather random. Not sure if you could have an electric step on this. Maybe you could. Another TV point, 12-volt point up there, and a brilliant kitchen. And this is really, really good. You can see the Ford's curved roof there, so say for full walk-through height you probably need to be about 5'8", 5'9", something like that. Don't measure it to be exact. Plenty of deep cupboard storage. Kitchen's fantastic. It's a really good use of space. Kitchen equipment was optional, so from new you could have had a grill or even a microwave up there. This one's just got the 3-burner hob. You've got that big 3-way fridge freezer under the counter to the back. Plenty of plug sockets. And then your bathroom, which is also a strong point, I think. So it's a wet room bathroom, but it's a real nice one. You've got the ceramic toilet bowl toilet, loads of storage. That will just pull out, and the whole thing is plasticated, so it's a total wet room. Back there. Got your wardrobe with your table leg. We've also got another. So you got table leg there and another table leg. Battery charger in there. Another table leg for the smaller table. Not quite sure where that goes, but there'll be a holder for that somewhere. More plug sockets in there, and all your chargers and your fuses. Fire blanket, all nice and accessible. Blinds and fly screens on all the window, bar the cab. The cab's got curtains which will come around for darkening. You could of course use silver screens if you wish to. Now if I could work out how to get underneath it here. Yeah, let's have a little look, see. Have a little look underneath it here, and I think this is where the batteries live. Oh, it isn't. Oh, that's the Webasto dual top, so that's your heating and your water heater down there. It's a great bit of kit, that's running off diesel. This is a van, I think, for the off hookup, the adventurer person. I can see, actually, I think what would be rather cool with this. Let's see if I can work out how to get under here. Whoop. There's that sort of storage under there. Oh, you do have some seat belts. So you've got a travelling seat there. Yeah, I think what would be rather smart with this would be a nice set of knobbly tyres, and seem to be in vogue with everything, even front wheel drive vans. Oop. But yeah, stick a set of BF Goodrich's on there with some different wheels, or even keep them wheels but put some knobbly tyres on, maybe even half wrap it, but I don't think you need to. And you'd have a really cool looking van roof rack on the roof. That's a great blank canvas for a very high quality adventure vehicle that, unlike the custom made ones, is going to always have a brand and a name and a desirability to it. So it's our possibly unique Murvi Pimento XL 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. You can give us a call, 01626 832 792. If we're out here doing videos, leave a message or call direct on the mobile, 07432 662 558. That'll get you straight through to myself or one of my sales team. Check us on the highbridgecaravans.co.uk website, or come and visit us. That's the A38 South Devon Expressway between Exeter and Plymouth. The M5's just over there. Can't find an easier dealership to get to. And this will come with a new MOT, a major engine service, a full habitation service, a detailed working handover on collection, including a free night and a campsite afterwards, a full valet, and our own in-house 12 months warranty, which covers all the factory fitted mechanical and habitational options. So if it's a bit of you, give us a call as soon as you can on this Murvi Pimento XL at Highbridge Motorhomes Devon. Thank you very much. Goodbye.